Hello, friends and fellow thalassophiles. This is Barry from Barry's Adventures. Yes, you are a thalassophile if you are one who loves the ocean, and that makes me one. In 48 years of diving, I'm constantly amazed by all the marine life, and especially the green moray eel. What makes this alien-like creature so amazing? That's what we're going to talk about today. The moray eel can occupy both tropical oceans and temperate oceans, as well as freshwater and saltwater. However, the majority of moray eels occupy warm saltwater environments which contain coral reefs. There's over 200 species of moray eels, each with their own unique characteristics. Some of the most well-known species include the green moray eel, which is my favorite, and the spotted moray eel and the giant moray eel, which can grow up to 10 feet long. Each species has its own preferred habitat and diet, and some are more aggressive than others. Most all the species lack pectoral and pelvic fins, adding to their serpentine appearance. Their eyes are rather small, so morays rely mostly on their highly developed sense of smell. Moray eels will lay in waiting to ambush their prey. Part of their vicious reputation may come from the fact that they habitually open and close their mouths, showing off their sharp teeth. Although this behavior may appear threatening, the eel is only taking in water to breathe. The water passes over the gills and exits through the vent-like openings in the back of the head. However, divers should practice caution and have respect when diving around moray eels in an area where they have been fed by other divers. Now they're trained to know that food comes from your fingers, so they may indiscriminately bite your fingers thinking there may be food there. I know of a dive boat captain in the Keys that lost a finger to a moray eel in an area where they were fed on a regular basis. So be careful and be aware if you're diving in that kind of area, and be cautious. Not much is known about the reproductive biology of moray eels. Most species are oviparous, meaning that the embryos develop inside the eggs and remain in the mother's body until they're ready to hatch. Once the eggs hatch, larvae are released and remain in the pelagic zone, feeding on plankton for up to a year, allowing for a wide geographic dispersal. The larvae eventually settle into rocky or coral reef habitats where they metamorphose into juvenile eels. The green moray eel is found in the western Atlantic Ocean from Long Island, New York to Bermuda, and in the northern Gulf of America and as far south as Brazil. They're found in depths down to 130 feet and reach a length of 8.2 feet. The green moray eel is the largest moray species of the tropical Atlantic and one of the largest species of moray eels in the world. When morays hunt, they're mainly an opportunistic hunter. They're a carnivorous predator, and they primarily feed on smaller fish, crabs, and octopus. Groupers, barracudas, and sea snakes are among their few known predators, making many morays, especially the larger species, apex predators in their ecosystems. Did you know that moray eels actually hunt with groupers? It's not uncommon for a reef-associated grouper to recruit a moray eel to hunt with them. This invitation to hunt is in the form of head shaking by the grouper. This style of hunting allows morays to flush prey from the niches in the reef and in the rocks that are not accessible to the groupers otherwise. Now let's talk about a couple more amazing facts about green moray eels. What color is a green moray eel? Simple question, right? The green moray eel is actually brown. The yellow tint of the protective mucus that covers the body, in combination with the drab background color, gives the fish its green color. Moray eels also produce a toxin in their skin and the protective mucus that can cause irritation and pain to humans. While the toxin is not lethal, it can cause an allergic reaction in some individuals. This next fact qualifies a moray eel to be more like an alien than anything else. Moray eels are one of the few that have pharyngeal jaws. This is a second set of jaws contained within the animal's throat, distinct from the primary oral jaws. They're believed to have originated as modified gill arches over time. It's believed that this second jaw and teeth evolved as a result of diet and their inability to form a negative pressure in the mouth to draw in prey. The moray eel has the ability to make relatively rapid changes, like pharyngeal jaws, which is an example of phenotypic plasticity, which means environmental factors affect genetic expression of this animal. This phenomenon is fundamental to life forms to adapt to varying conditions without altering their genetic makeup. Studies of the genetic pathway suggest that receptors in the jawbone respond to the mechanical strain of biting, which can prompt the formation of a more robust set of pharyngeal jaws if required over time. Wow, that's just another example of how amazing and powerful life is on planet Earth. It's incredible. Hey, just a side note, if you've ever had a freshwater aquarium, you probably had cichlids in that aquarium. They are another life form that have pharyngeal jaws. I didn't know that. The moray eel is truly an amazing animal, and the more we know about them, the more we can respect and protect them. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.